Hey everybody, Nomalanga Mhlauli-Moses here. I'm here with the lovely ladies, Patrice Johnson, also known as Naturally Triece, and I'm also joined by, or Patrice and I are joined by Ayvaunn, who is the founder of Black and Making It. So Ayvaunn, could you just tell us in about a 10-second blip
Yes.
before we jump into our topic?
Super Short, Black and Making It is a video series that is focused on spotlighting Black excellence in theater and other performing arts for the stage.
Oh, wonderful. And I know that you are actually a person who I've watched over the years because you're a part of the Your Black World family a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you were, the last time I saw you were going to graduate school and you were studying in the field of, what was your field?
Theater in general. But yes, okay. I'm up to here with school. This is my last degree in MFA in playwriting that I'll be finishing next year.
Absolutely great. Wonderful to know that you're doing so well. And everybody knows Patrice and where to find Patrice, but we'll tell you at the end once again. So great topic here. Omarosa Manigault, I believe is how you pronounce her name, has canceled her wedding, although she says it's a postponing, not really a canceling. And unfortunately for her and her husband, known as J.A. Newman, he's a pastor in the sanctuary at Calvary, Florida. Actually, Sanctuary at the Calvary is the name of the church, and it's in Jacksonville, Florida, okay? So they were set to get married last week, the 25th, or a couple of weeks ago, and they had to not have the wedding because Omarosa and her husband were getting so many threats. We're going to discuss this a little bit because, Omarosa has been an interesting and polarizing character ever since she was in the Apprentice, and then I think she came back as the Apprentice celebrity. Then she was again in the news because she was engaged to Michael Duncan, who eventually passed away. Then she came back into the spotlight and she was supposed to be a pastor. And then she came back into the spotlight once again as a huge supporter of Donald Trump. So there's a lot going on there with this woman. I'm going to start with you, Patrice. What is your reaction to this?
My reaction to this is, first of all, I just want to make it clear, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a liberal. I believe in the movement of common sense. So it really doesn't surprise me that so many Blacks are coming for Omarosa. However, I do think that this shows that Blacks don't know how to unify as a whole. We always look for people to protect us, but then we're coming after each other. You're mad at her because she supports Donald Trump. And I just think it's a waste of time. I mean, I hate the fact that she has to cancel her wedding all because she's a Republican. Like, that's a big asinine to me. And the fact that you are upset about her being a Republican, but you need to remember that Democrats don't have Black people's back either. So really, who are you coming after? Are you coming after her because she's a Republican? Or are you coming after her because she supports Trump? Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't care if she was a Democrat. Either way, none of them work in our favor. So I think that it just shows that African Americans don't know how to stick together in a unified front, and I hate that. I hate that.
Ayvaunn, what do you think?
Did you say in the introduction of Omarosa that she called herself a pastor at some point?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that. She is such an interesting character, period. I remember her most from her time on The Apprentice. I know her from that, and as she has presented herself over the course of time as someone who is always seeking opportunity at any cost. Now, that said, that has nothing to do, and as I perceive it now, with her just trying to get married. But I don't know. I think it's really unfortunate that she's getting death threats. I mean, that's never nice. No matter whether you agree or disagree with somebody, people should be able to be grown-ups and realize that everyone's going to have different views, different feelings about things. And if she wants to roll with the Trump team, that's her business. And I think she should be able to live her life in peace. There's a lot that I don't agree with about her, but it doesn't mean I don't want her to get married. I don't see what
anyone trying to stop her getting married. They just want to get her, and she's afraid that they're coming to get her. And maybe her wedding would be a huge opportunity for whoever's threatening her to do something to her. So nobody says she shouldn't get married. I think that what's happening is she's getting a lot of backlash. I think there's two things to note about this. Okay, so the first thing is, when I saw this story, it was at Healthy Black Woman, which is one of the blogs that I edit. But anyway, when I saw the comments after the story, I noticed that people were like, well, her chickens are coming to roost. I'll be honest, full disclosure, I didn't really watch The Apprentice. I did sometimes see little clips where she would be in the news and people would really show how she was really mean and cutthroat, and she was just a very, very polarizing character. So people are saying, well, you were mean to other people and now people are being mean to you and you can't handle that. So there's that element, which I don't necessarily agree with. Then, of course, there's what Patrice says, which is where I'm leaning towards. Yesterday, I covered a story on another segment talking about Chris Brown being on Blackish. And there was so much noise about it. People were saying that they're not watching Blackish anymore, and they're saying Blackish should come off the air. And there was so much to do about him being on Blackish. And what it was is people were saying, well, you know, he's an abuser and he beat Rihanna. And ever since he beat Rihanna, I've been done with him. And now that he's on Blackish, it means that Blackish is rewarding him for doing that. And there was so much going on. And again, I'm going to say it again, in this instance, the same way I said it for Chris Brown, is that's so stupid. That is so stupid, okay? Because let me tell you something. There are so many things that have been done to Black people. And when you decide that you're going to collectively pick up and be furious, you don't direct it inward to yourselves. You direct it outward. Yes, we need to do our housekeeping and be good to each other and make sure that boys are not hitting girls, men are not hitting women, blah, 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 blah. But there's bigger fish to fry. And the same thing applies to Omarosa, okay? If I was a person who had political interest and Omarosa was in the White House, I would be trying to get in touch with Omarosa. Girl, what are you doing for us in there? Here are our issues. Here are our causes. Make sure that Trump or Mr. whoever who makes the decisions and who creates policy that affects us or doesn't affect us knows that these are the things that we want put on the table. You are in there. You are putting those things on there. And I actually saw her on The View, I think it was just as Trump was elected, and she actually had some solid things that she said she was there to do. So I don't see how when one of us goes in, okay, and goes to make our cases heard at the policy level, if you hear all the whining and crying that Black people make, oh, we don't even vote because they don't care about us. The minute somebody gets in, who says, listen, what are your issues? These are the issues that I know, okay? And these are the issues that I'm putting forward. This is what I'm gonna work on while I'm part of this administration. These are the things I'm gonna do. I'm so confused by why you would start attacking that person, okay?
Well, they trying to help you.
Who's trying to do what she can because she has an in. Now, you can't compare her to somebody who goes for a photo opportunity. She's not the photo opportunity type. Okay, she actually laid out some things that she was going to do. I don't know Omarosa that well because, again, like I said, I didn't watch The Apprentice, so I haven't had much exposure to her. But in the times that I've heard her speaking, she is a person who is about what she's going to do. Okay, she sounds concise, she sounds eloquent, she sounds smart. And if I need somebody who's going to fight for me and our community, my kids, our future, all this other stuff, I need somebody like her who is laser sharp, laser focused, and is going to put our issues on the table. So this to me is just stupid, 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 stupid.
Well, what you've just shared is news to me. Because like you're saying, you, in the times that you have seen her, she's been positive, really caring about issues around
not positive. Her. She's not a likable person at all. But I have to put my feelings aside about her and listen to what she's actually saying. Yes.
Yes. I have yet to encounter her in that way. If she is going in with a very specific plan about issues that are affecting the African-American community, yeah, great. I mean, it's like you've said, it's a good thing to have a representative on the inside who has the ear of the community, and also theoretically, or so it seems, the ear of the leader of this nation. But yes, I hope it happens in a wholesome way. Mm-hmm. just given the track record. Yes, I'll just leave that at that.
No, please feel free to, Patrice, I know you're not going to be diplomatic.
We don't do that on here, girl. So if you're going to come on here, you got to tell the truth and speak it how you feel. Mm-hmm. But as far as Omarosa and her image, I think that this is a good example of just the country in general, because one thing that I've noticed about people, and being that I am moving to New York City, this is something that happens in New York City quite often, is if you don't agree with me, I have to come down on you. I have to be mean to you. I have to send you death threats. I have to beat your ass just so that you'll agree with me. And that's not even consistently with political views. It's religious views, it's sexual behavior, sexual desires, it's gender. You have that in the workplace. I mean, anybody who's different from you, everybody wants to come down on that person, and everybody wants to basically beat that person up just because we don't agree. And I really don't have much to say on the topic, but I just wish that we could all come together consistently to accept the fact that everybody's different. We all have different views. We all have different understandings. We all have different opinions. I have people who come down on me all the time for my opinion. Do you think it changes? No. My opinion is my opinion. But I do think that if we could all be empathetic on every level, then maybe we can all gain some sort of understanding. And that actually may help politics. That may help us politically. That may help us with race. That may help us with religion. That may help us with the LGBT community and any other community that you could possibly think of. So,
right. I was just thinking as you were talking about what you were saying, and I think that's what we're dealing with, is a high level of intolerance. I'm going to be honest. I have things that I will not tolerate, and I don't care. I just won't tolerate, okay? Because I've said it before. I believe in standards, okay? And I believe in raising standards. So if you're coming with mediocrity, you're coming with destruction, you're coming with stupid ideas just like this, attacking somebody, I don't have tolerance for that, okay? But I do have the ability to think critically and understand that for every view that I have, somebody else has maybe an opposing view or just a different view, or they perceive the situation differently. Mm-hmm. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about craziness and madness, okay? I can bet you, of all the people who are attacking Omarosa, if you picked one randomly and started to talk to them about their politics and what they believe and what they think the Black community collectively needs to be said about them, what issues they're having that need to be addressed, that need to be worked on, that we need a plan for, it's gonna be crickets, okay? It's just mad, we're mad, we're gonna make noise, we're gonna attack her, look at her, and this and that. And that is madness, that's stupid, and I don't have tolerance for that. I don't have to tolerate that. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, if we're going to talk about her political affiliation, and she so strongly backed Donald Trump, you can agree or disagree with her on that. But again, it still doesn't warrant an attack. It warrants talking, listening, and understanding. And if you're going to deconstruct her as a person, say, Omarosa said this, and this is how I disagree with Omarosa and what she's doing. She's doing this, and this is what I think we need, and she's doing the opposite of it, or something like that. I'm very clear about how I feel, okay? I said it almost everywhere that I speak or that I'm on a panel or anything like that. I'm raising kids. I'm building a family, and we're building a Black family, okay? We're not just building any old family. We're building a Black family, okay? And we're building them to be successful today, tomorrow, and for generations to come. That's the focus. That's what we're doing, okay? So whenever I assess a person, I have to assess, are they on board with what we're doing here, or are they distracting? Are they attacking? Are they doing the opposite? And I have to, that's my perspective. That's how I think. Just in the same way, if somebody knocks at the door, your first assessment of it is what? Is this a threat? Is this a friendly person? Do I know you? Don't I know you? There always has to be an assessment. But what I find stupid is people who just jump on the bandwagon going, oh, she's so mean and she likes Trump and I hate Trump. I don't even hate Trump. Okay, I actually feel like my life didn't change between last year and this year and so forth. Okay, now we can talk about policy, so be it. But I really don't care about whether she likes Trump or doesn't like Trump. All I'm concerned about is what we're doing here. Laser focused. And I think people need to get laser focused. What do y'all think?
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ayvaunn.
I agree in terms of the difference between, get my camera to come back. In one of my visiting artist classes, why is my camera going foggy? Let me see.
I think you touched it there. We're fine now.
Okay. Yeah. And people being really passionate about our political landscape right now. And for every artist who comes in wanting to ask, you know, how do you handle, how as an artist can you affect the world around you, or how can you make a difference? And one director in particular who came to the class talked about being at some school in DC. What is it, George Washington or Georgetown? I think they're both in DC. And they have a class on how to protest. And I remember, and he talked about it. And I remember like a unanimous gasp coming from my class, some of my classmates. I won't put them all out there. Not say that. Some of them, a good number of them thought, oh my gosh, that is so stupid. Why is there a class about how to protest? You're taking away from the passion. You know, you don't sit and you plan, you just go into the streets and you say what you have to say and this, and that. And in this regard, Noma, I agree with you. It does absolutely nothing to just blow angry air or hot air. It's if there is a class wherein whoever this teacher is or whatever the curriculum is, and they have looked at other protests that have come before, ways other groups in history have expressed their concerns for things going on socially or politically and said, here's things that worked, here's things that didn't work, here's what will waste your time, here's what will actually get you from point A to point B. Why on earth would you reject something like that? And just hearing you two ladies talk about people who have problems with Omarosa, you know, I like what you were saying. If you're going to have a problem, be articulate about your problem. Don't just go, rah, 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 rah. No, have those specific reasons,
right,
and express them and have solutions. And if you don't have a solution, try to be on the track to finding it, or aligning yourself with a group or organization that can help get to that point of finding the solution.
Or shut up, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. A lot of people love to scream, and we saw it at the All Black National Convention. People love to scream. Fuck the police, white people, they did this to us 300, 400 years ago. Okay, what can we do to get out of that? I'm tired of getting on Facebook posting pictures. I'm tired of getting on Facebook doing hashtags. What else can we do? And a lot of people don't have a resolution. They don't have an option. They just simply say, white people are racist. Well, yeah. So what else? You ain't been watching the news for the last 400 years? Clown, we know that. So what resolution do you have? And I think a lot of it does stem from the way that a lot of African Americans were raised. A lot of times we are raised to fight back by tearing up the community. We are raised to basically what you saw in Boston, where people were literally tearing up the city. They were tearing up the whole entire city. And I just think to myself, okay, if you work at one of these stores that you literally went into and stole TVs from, what are you going to do tomorrow? Because now you can't go to work.
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of them haven't been taught the proper manner to protest. So that class sounds like a good one.
Right. You know, I mean, the thought, you know, the saying, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace. You know, there is some validity to the fact that if I feel like I'm being badly treated, and you're treating me bad, you're not going to have peace until something happens here. Okay, so there's some validity to that. I've also heard it said that violence is the lowest form of communication. So it actually is communication. It's just a low form. It's just immature. It's just not very evolved. Okay, not very enlightened. However, here's the thing. Some people don't respond to anything but violence, okay? Another saying I've heard is, if reason fails, try force, okay? So I think that you have to start up here, okay? Reason it out with a person. You understand what I'm saying? Just in the same way that if I lent you my money and you didn't give me my money back, I'm gonna come and be like, hey, Ayvaunn, or hey, Patrice, where's my money? You have my money, you know, and you can say, oh, no, I don't have it. Then I'll come back. Hey, you have my money. And then you might be like, oh, go away. You're bothering me about this money. Now it's escalating, right? So me reasoning with you about my money is not working. The next time I come over, I'm going to be a little bit more forceful. It's force. You see what I'm saying? Give me my money. Okay. So here's the thing. We have to think about where are we in this process, okay? And it may devolve, it may go to so bad that I end up using the law and suing you. But again, now we're reaching a state that we don't want to get to. However, I see Omarosa or anybody who inserts themselves into politics as a possible opportunity for a high level of functioning, okay? We can talk about what the issues are. We can put them forward and then see if it's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? And then if we talk about it and nothing happens, we got to escalate. You see what I'm saying? But we can't start when she just walked into the White House in January or February, whatever it is, and we're already using force. It doesn't make any sense because that's the lowest form. You see what I'm saying? So we have to think critically. We have to think in terms of, as you said, when you talked about the way to protest, we have to think about what is the end of it? What's effective? Is it effective to just attack? No, it's not. Sometimes that's all you have, but it's not the most effective thing to do. So that's all I have to say about this, because now I feel like I'm starting to get agitated by it.
Well, I am going to say this. Don't come after Omarosa. If you want to go after somebody, go after Donald Trump. This is another form of black on black crime, but then we quick to say Black Lives Matter, even though we're trying to kill off one. So.
Right.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
But my name is Patrice Johnson, also known as the daughter of Dr. Boyce Watkins. Naturally Triece. You can reach me at Naturally Triece on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's NATURALLYTRIECE. Would you ladies like to tell them where they can reach you?
Sure. Ayvaunn, please go first. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Again, Ayvaunn Penn, playwright and director and founder of Black and Making It. My website, or one of them, www.blackandmakingit.com. And you can follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Penn Speaks. That is at PENN Speaks, SPEAKS.
So there you have it. You can follow the lovely Patrice, or you can follow, and it doesn't have to be either or. You can follow the lovely Patrice, and you can follow the lovely Ayvaunn. If you would like to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook under my name, Nomalanga Mhlauli-Moses. If you'd like to follow my YouTube channel, it is under Noma Moses, Noma, and the last name Moses, Moses. It's the same everywhere. Either you'll find me as Nomalanga Mhlauli-Moses on Facebook, or you'll find me as Noma Moses on Instagram and on YouTube. I just want to say thank you, ladies, for a great conversation. And thank you, Ayvaunn, for taking time out of your day to come and share your thoughts with us. Patrice, you and I have been here. We're going to keep being here, but I still enjoy hanging out with you and talking about what matters to us and what matters to the Black community. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks.
Next time.
Bye.